Hi everyone. So I thought I was actually gonna be on time for once, but no, of course not. That just doesn't happen, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Well, it doesn't really matter, but let's pop that out. Just to have. Not that you know what I'm talking about. But whatever. Alright, Boink. No song for you. I'm sure it's played enough times on the stream starting soon card to get like a lifetime's worth of. Okay, one time hearing that song is enough. It's got charm, but it is just, I don't know. It's a little awkward. I don't know. It's cheesy. It's better than the DK rap at least, but not by much. So there we go. 100 jigsaws. Why is it called jigsaws there when there are jiggies everywhere else? 100 jiggies, 900 notes. And now, stop and swap. Which I was going to... I was going to pull up a list of all the stop and swaps, that way I could just go through them... Go through them by the list, but now that I think about it, the list wasn't in the level order, and there's really not that many levels, so why don't I just go through level by level? Alright, I think so. Anyway, functionally in the N64 version, the stop and swap stuff is useless. It is just for I'm just collecting it for collection's sake. Which, I mean, you know, more collectibles. How can you argue with more collectibles? I know I can't. It is cool that they did something with it in, like, the Xbox Live Arcade version, but again, until I have a means to play that, it doesn't mean anything to me. So, first one is over here on Shark Food Island. Or Isle? Is it Isle? Or Isle or Island? Island. Cool. I was right the first time. It's obviously a lot bigger now. This is one of the ones that fascinated me as a kid. Like, this... If you 100% Banjo Kazooie, you get special credits at the end, where you get to see areas like this that are inaccessible in the regular game. And it's meant to be like a teaser for Banjo Tooie. Like, they even name drop Banjo Tooie in the credits, I think. Like, they knew they were gonna do another one. But if you 100% completed it, you got this little teaser showing you 3 of the collectibles, but no way of obtaining them with the, no! Ah. At least this one's nice enough to have, like, the holes line up so that if you fail your jump, you don't get set back too far. But anyway, so it just kind of acted as, like, a little teaser for Banjo Tooie, and then ended up being one of the most mysterious scrapped features in, like, all of video game-ness. For those that don't know, the stop and swap items, it was originally intended that you would be able to literally carry them from Banjo Kazooie to Banjo Tooie. And why they didn't implement that with like a memory card kind of thing, I don't know, because the N64 had that. But they were going to use a clever trick where the original RAM of the N64 would retain whatever data was in it for about a minute after you shut the console off. And in that time, you could swap out for Banjo Tooie, and it would be able to read from the RAM of Banjo Kazooie and know that you had what items you had collected. But a later revision of the N64, as well as, I think, the expansion pack in general. Let's see. I think the next one would be Gobi's Valley. There's none in Clanker's Cavern, and there's none in Bubblegloop Swamp, right? Pretty sure. So the change in hardware meant they had to essentially scrap the feature at the last minute after they'd been planning it out all that time. And instead they implemented this kind of cheap reference to it where in Banjo Tooie you have to find these 3 Banjo Kazooie game cartridges and break them open to collect the items. You get 2 eggs and an ice key, or maybe it's 3 eggs and an ice key, I don't remember. And like it's just not very satisfying, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the items in the original game. It has no way of knowing if you collected them or not, and effectively doesn't do anything. They're not actually connected in any meaningful way. Which is too bad because, like as a kid, why am I collecting notes? As a kid, it legit drove me crazy. Here it comes. It legit drove me crazy, the ice key in the Walrus Cave and stuff. Like, I had to know, how do you get that? And especially, like, pretty soon, code books started coming out, and some of them had the codes that you could use. Did the egg really, like... Not only can I see it, like, oh, I can't from this angle. I can see it rendered before the coffin, or the sarcophagus. And then I could also see it through the gap. Not... Not the most convincing hiding spot there. But anyway, so... Carpet. Are you coming? I can't change the camera angle. Question, do I care? Let's see, can I make it? I can. Alright, no need for that carpet then. So yeah, it's just kind of been infamous as like one of the great gaming mysteries. Like even Rare knew how infamous it had gotten, because apparently in Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which I haven't played, but again, no Xbox of any sort. Apparently in Nuts and Bolts, they included a lot of references to it, and there were actually some unlockables that tied in with the Xbox Live arcade version. They made it work, but still, like, I'm still burned by the fact that I never got to experience that. Like, I don't know. Okay, there's nothing in Freeze Easy Peak. I guess Mad Monster Mansion, because there's 2 there. And then Rusty Bucket Bay and Click Clock Wood. Oh. Actually, no. Freeze Easy Peak does have something. It has the ice key. Durr. The most important of all the collectibles. Because it lets Kazooie become a dragon in Banjo Tooie. Even though that won't matter, because they're not connected. But if they were... For some reason, Mad Monster Mansion has 2 eggs. I have no idea why. And I'm gonna have to, like... I don't actually remember what room goes where, so I'm gonna have to, like... break open every window and look around for them. Actually, one of them's in the cellar, so that one's easy to find. And... you know, maybe I do know where it is, because I think the other one's in the room with the toilet guy. And he's one of the top 2 windows, I think. So this should be pretty quick. But once I collect these... all I've got left is to take on Gruntilda. So, collect eggs, collect key, fight Grunty. Should be a pretty quick stream overall, unless I die horribly a billion times in the final boss, which I don't think I will, just because I've got the double health. Man, that fight is annoying without it, though. It's just such a long... Okay, fine. I didn't want that health anyway. It's just such a long fight. There is nothing here. There's a Jinjo. Bye, Jinjo. You get to stay here forever. I already rescued you once. It's not my fault you get trapped again. Oh, crap. So... It's okay, I just fell upward on my face. Huh. So I noticed something in, like, the, in the credits and in the Grunty quiz, that the Jinjo always jumped toward the camera. But it was only one jump. It would start at, like, that angle, and then it would, you know... That must have been, like, an unintended behavior, like... It must have just turned toward the camera because they probably put like had to put like an invisible banjo in the scene or something. I don't know. This doesn't help. I guess it's not one of the big windows. Try this one. Nope. If the glass didn't stay smashed in this level, I'm pretty sure I would just, like, legit never complete it. There we go. Egg. No dialogue for that one? I guess I've collected too many eggs. I don't get dialogue anymore. I guess there's only so much you can say about a secret egg. But, you know. Especially when they probably didn't have a plan for it quite yet. But anyway, so after I collect all that stuff, the final boss should be easy. Just because, like, I'm pretty sure as a kid I did manage to beat it without double health, and that is a struggle. But once you've collected everything, it was made to be beaten with just the regular health bar. It's hard, but, you know. But we'll see. I mean, there's always the possibility I could, like, fall off the castle. Probably jinx myself by saying that, but, you know. Ice key! And the ice key ends up... the ice key is, like, the most... infamous. For some reason I wanted to say infinite. Like, obviously not the right word, but it was... Having that word on my mind, like, prevented me from figuring out what the word I was actually looking for was. Does that make sense? Anyway, so... The ice key is kind of the most infamous of them because you can see it in regular gameplay. Even without having completed the game. There's just no obvious way to obtain it because there's an unbreakable ice wall right here, which is now broken. It's even got sharp edges. I never noticed that. Do I get dialogue for the key? But it's the only one of the items you can actually see without having completed the game. And... I don't know, like, I remember, like, people were so confused by it that they were, like... There were guides that were like, hey, use this moon jump cheat if you have a Game Shark. Use this moon jump cheat to get over the wall and get the ice key. It's the only way to get it, guys. Because I guess it would be like a while later before anyone data mined the actual strings for the cheat codes you need. You know, I thought this would, like, add a decent length of time onto the final part of this stream, but I mean, realistically, I think I added like 15 minutes, maybe. Before the stream, it took me 25 minutes, I think, to enter in all the codes to unlock it. There are these really long things you have to enter on the sandcastle floor without making any mistakes, and without any indication of whether you've done it or not. Like, the letters don't give any sort of indication, so if you screw it up, you gotta type in this whole long string again. Fortunately, that only happened once, but I really didn't want to spend half an hour on stream trying to type codes in. Trying and probably failing to type codes in. So, I just went ahead and did it to begin with. And only after about... I don't think it's this one. I think this is the bunk beds. This is the bunk beds. Only after, like... I don't know, I did all but the last two, maybe all but the last one, did I really think about it and go, oh yeah, this is an emulator, I could've just typed in a cheat code and saved myself all that time, like or not typed in, but like could've activated one of the cheats from the database. That's the navigation room, I know it's not that one. I could've just done that, and the effect would have been essentially the same. It would have opened up the secret paths without all of that typing. Sandcastle typing. It's the worst kind of typing, sandcastle typing. And yeah, that was 20 minutes I can't have back. At least I got the authentic experience again. So all in all, I'll have the authentic experience of having completed Banjo Kazooie yet again. Probably like the 5th or 6th time in my life, I don't know. I'm not sure if that part really needed to be re-experienced, but you know. I would also do the bottles cheats that you get by doing the puzzle game back at Banjo's house, but I don't have frame buffer emulated correctly. That's why all the loading screens are pure black puzzle pieces. And I don't really feel like solving pure black puzzles. Like, that doesn't sound fun. Not to mention, I'm sure it would probably add a bit of difficulty to it. Not being able to see what the pieces actually are. All for some codes that just go away after you've, You know what? Why am I afraid of wasting my gold feathers? I get to refill them later. So, I don't know. I lost my train of thought there, can you tell? And it's like, I remembered the sandcastle typing being really boring and annoying. I did not remember how long those friggin' codes were, so I'm glad I didn't save it to do on stream, because, like, the only thing you miss is, like, a short cutscene. It's not really even a cutscene, it's just almost, it might as well be a static image of where the egg is gonna be found, or the key. Like, it is animated, it shows you the location in real time, but nothing happens. Like, the camera doesn't pan, there's nothing special about it. I'm fine, I don't want my health refilled, obviously. That would be a waste of time. So, really, you just get to see where it would be and see it rotate, and we get to see that anyway, because I'm collecting them. So, you know, whatever. I'm not sure why I'm climbing. I guess I'm too stupid to remember that I could have flown up here. And that would have saved a lot of time. Maybe not a lot of time, but would have saved a little time. Nothing like breaking and entering. Oh my god. I can't do it! Nothing like breaking and entering and stealing an egg from a squirrel. That should be the last one. I think it's the last one? I thought there was supposed to be like an extra fanfare or something. Oh. Sorry. Awful pause screen warning. I think that's right? That seems a little bit off, though. Though it could just be off because, yeah, the widescreen isn't properly represented. Let me check really quick. So, 6 eggs and a key. And... must have that window somewhere, right? No, I closed it. Good job, go me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and a key. Yeah, okay. Got them all, just like I thought. I thought there was supposed to be some kind of extra fanfare or something to indicate that I got them all, but no, apparently not. That was anticlimactic. Should have saved the key for last or something. Skillful falling, obviously. So one of my favorite things about the final fight with Grunty is that it's got this unique music, because there's not really... There's not much in the way of bosses in this game. I guess there's the... there's like the box. The box in Rusty Bucket Bay. Is that the only boss? I don't know. There's not much. Thanks for hurting me. Pointlessly. But yeah, she's got this long, epic boss theme that, like, it's about 6 minutes, like 6.5 minutes long or so, and I swear it kind of, like, lines up timing-wise with the fight. Like, I don't think it does. I don't think it uses any sort of, like, trickery or, like, you know, only shifts once certain things happen. I don't think it does. I could be wrong. I'll have to pay attention for that. Whoops, it's this way. But it ends up lining up really nicely with the phases of the fight. Maybe it does actually correspond to it, but I don't think so. I think it just... it's 6 minutes long, and, you know, it just kind of roughly correlates with the length of the fights. You don't in any way recharge my health, do you? Why is there no, like, giant shiny honeycomb? That would be cool. Oh, I didn't want to talk to you, Dingpot. Most underrated character ever. Is Dingpot in Banjo Kazooie? I can't remember. You say that like it's a good thing, Banjo. Well, I guess there's a... I guess there's honey right here, so... Oh. Was I at full health? I thought I had, like, 2 missing. Oh, well. Here goes nothing. This is it. Final fight. epic boss music, probably anticlimactic, or I'm probably gonna... It's either gonna be super anticlimactically easy, or I'm gonna die horribly a billion times, not remembering how hard it is. One or the other. No. Ah. You know, I'm realizing now that one of the quiz questions is about her broom. I think her broom is the only thing in this game that has, like, googly eyes, but no speaking lines or backstory or anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it doesn't talk. I think it's the only thing that, you know, has a face, but doesn't talk. Because even, like, the collectibles and stuff, they talk to you the first time you collect them, at least. Come on, your aim sucks. If you run out of feathers, it does kind of suck, because that becomes unavoidable damage. Hey, that's not fair. Doing this without getting the extra eggs would have been a real pain. Like, your real opponent during this phase is the camera. Hands down. Just trying to get the camera to cooperate and give you a clear shot. Ah. Might as well grab this health while I'm running by it. So yeah, I never wait long enough for those explosions to dissipate. I'm always in such a hurry to grab the opportunity to hit her. Yeah, like that. What did I just say? Like, legit, what did I just say? No! Great. Well, there goes the one jinxing myself that I mentioned earlier. I said it would happen, you know? I didn't think those fire blasts could knock you forwards. Doesn't really feel like the way physics works, but whatever, game. Boom. I think my friend's pecker there popped out where that should be. I don't know. It's not really funny. I wanted it to be, but... I couldn't think of a good way to make a joke about it without it being too much. I really just shouldn't care. I should really just say whatever I want on stream. Somehow, I really doubt I'll be offending anyone. But, you know. Redoing this part every time is kind of annoying. It's like she's not hard to dodge in the slightest, as long as you turn the camera towards her. It just takes, like, a really long time out of any of the like... I feel like... it feels like it takes longer than any of the other phases. It doesn't. It just feels like it does, because it goes on forever. Hey, I was able to do it. No! I didn't duck. It's okay. Still alive. Still alive. Plenty of eggs to spare. Like, I wonder how viable that strategy is. If you just run to her next position and shoot the eggs before she starts. No! This is gonna get old real fast. So, apparently, those fireballs just do that every time. I don't remember them doing that. I don't remember them knocking you forward every time. Maybe I'm just standing too far forward and the fireball is technically landing behind me, but... Like, I remember taking damage from them a ton, but not actually dying because of it. So unless I want to do this part a million times, it looks like I'm going to have to be a little more careful with my egg attacks. I am still going to try to land and, like, beat her to it, if I can. Whoops. I recommend for this part, like, especially if you're playing with, an analog stick for your C buttons. Like, only really turn the camera in one direction. Because all it takes is getting the camera direction wrong once. All it takes is getting the camera direction wrong once to take damage from what should have been a dodge, just because, like... Well, that's nice. Right there, you have the second problem of using an analog stick for your C buttons. Nope. Okay. Hiding. No. Too soon. Nope. Didn't hit. It's not good. Oh, that was the last one anyway. This is my least favorite part of the fight at all. Because there's been so many times that I've missed a dive and, like, clipped the ground on my way. Like, trying to dive downward at her. I've missed a dive, clipped, like, the edge, in between, like, where the, I don't know what you call them, the little... the brick parts on a castle that stick up like that. I've clipped, like, the ground in between them and just slid right on through. That seems unfair. So, like, the fact that I've already... no, okay. Or, I guess the tops of them work too. Just anywhere on the outside edge, you clip on it, and you're dead. I didn't think that actually hit. I've already lost half of my first health bar, like a quarter of my health, but it's really only a quarter of my health. But I feel like I'm doing badly because of it. Fortunately, like, I feel like this part of the fight is really the hardest part. Just because the flying controls are so awkward. I'm glad that hit. If that hadn't hit, I was going down. The fireball seemed a little close, didn't it? Maybe I'm just really bad at ramming things in the air. It's possible. I feel like they just control bad in general. I would be almost out of red feathers right now if I didn't have double feathers. It also just, like, sometimes when you aim, like, it feels like it takes, like, the control stick and the direction you're angling it into... it takes them into effect, and other times it feels like it doesn't, and you just, like, careen in the wrong direction. Yeah, no, I don't want to be that close to the edge. Nice. Come on, Jinjos. If Jinjos were so powerful, why did they need rescuing? Asking for a friend. There we go. My aim is so bad that, like, my strategy for this used to be run up point blank and shoot the eggs. Though you can actually be too close to pull that off. Alright, now we murdered your broom. I feel like, you know... maybe that's why the broom doesn't have any lines as a sentient character. We murdered him. Ginjinator. We will never speak of you again, no matter how mighty you are. No! Why is aiming so hard? Wow. Okay, I don't even remember how many eggs you need in each side. And this is getting really ridiculous, because I don't know when each side is done. Okay, cool. We're gonna die here. It was a valiant effort, but this stupid statue... Like, isn't it supposed to, like... Okay, so I still haven't gotten enough in any side. Oh, they close, okay. That didn't work. What? No. We can abuse invincibility for a few seconds, right? We've only got one left to go, so why not? Crap. So close. So close. I really don't want to do that again. That was just not cool. Alright. I'll be right back. Oh, right. That's awful looking. I'm gonna leave it on pause, just for the music. I don't know. I will be right back, and then we will take her out for sure this time. Alright. Time to finish this. Not even talking to you, witch. I have no lives. How am I expecting her to land? That's just dumb. I'm gonna do this stupid part first. You know, the sound effects for her broom puttering sound an awful lot like the, turtles from, what did I just say about not pressing different buttons? Not rotating in different directions, whatever. Yeah, the broom puttering, it sounds just like the turtles that do the choir. Yeah, so many times have I done this fight where I rotated the camera the wrong direction, and then... Come on. I hate stupid C-stick. How did I, like, lose a feather there, too? Well, that was close. Really? Yeah, from this distance, apparently she can actually hit things. Nope. No good. It's good. There. That time we didn't shoot an egg pointlessly. See, I gave C up and C down dedicated buttons specifically for egg firing. I don't have a dedicated button for going invincible, so sometimes I manage to hit it correctly, other times, egg. No, okay, that doesn't knock me out of the sky, that's good. I couldn't remember if, like, if taking one hit in the wrong spot would, that was pointless. Would lead you to kind of fall into oblivion here. I just really hate the flying controls. Specifically, trying to hit things while flying. Nope, that was a thing oh, I hit, okay. I say, that was the thing I said not to do. Never angle downward, because if you miss, you just clip against the very outer perimeter of the tower and fall. Like, you slam into it, you take damage, but then that doesn't even matter because you just keep going and slide to your death. Well, great. I thought that was low enough I wouldn't take any damage. Apparently not. Egg aiming in this game is legit the worst thing ever. No. Okay, that's the last regular Jinjo. Alright, come on now, Jinjonator. No, don't go first person. Even point blank. Aiming for these is like the worst thing ever. No, don't turn that one. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's a clear. What is the lore behind the Jinjonator? I must know. I know they probably didn't really give it any, but you know. Bye! Spirit Bomb! You know, I'm not sure where all those rocks came from. I always assumed part of the tower, like, fell off, like that bit she was standing on. But no, apparently not. So, you know. It would have made sense if, like, her last spell knocked loose the rock, and then it kind of ended up being, like, a hubris thing. Like, if only she hadn't thrown that spell, you know, she wouldn't have trapped herself. That would have been clever. Why didn't they do that? Alright, now we get to sit through the real credits. Has there always been a Jinjo there? I've never noticed that. So, another fun fact. If you see the girl in the background with the nice melons, the ESRB, I guess, told, or maybe Peggy, whatever, one of the ratings organizations told Rare that she was too racy of a character. Like, I don't know, she doesn't really fit into the game design. I'm not sure why she's even there to begin with, but apparently they thought that it was just too much having her in there. And so in order to censor her melons, they gave her a pair of melons. And that got it through the censor, or that got it through the rating system. Like, well played. That is all I can say. Well played to that. But we already did this. And we have Dingpot. We didn't know Dingpot before. Klungo. Klungo's just kind of gone, isn't he? Like, cause I don't... Yeah, he doesn't appear in Spiral Mountain after you beat the game. He's just kind of gone until Banjo Tooie starts. The onion's name is Ball. Like, because that's what it makes you do? Is that the joke? This is like all the things that they never bothered putting in the other cast roll. I don't know. Except we don't actually get any credits this time. Like, the first credits are the only ones that say the actual staff of the game, aren't they? It's weird. Yahaha. Do they all say yahaha, or is it just the later ones? Jump. And you've still got the broken triangle. Yum Yum. That's the best name ever. Like, this kind of feels pointless. There's not even any there's not actually any real credits. That shark has some serious eyebrows going on. Gloop, weren't you in the last credits? I guess not. Grill Champa. So they're named Whiplash, the enemy they got so much use out of. Meow! 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 I'm not ever gonna do that again, don't worry. Your name is Groggy because it rhymes with boggy in your PJs. I don't want to know why your name is Soggy, and I'm not checking. Moggy's not even a thing. It rhymes, but like, really? The Twinklies. Twinkly Muncher. Oh. At this point, I just feel like they're going like, shit, we need names for things. We never named this stuff. What should we call it? Crabba. Yep. That one's not subtle at all. Grabba and Slappa. Are you my mummy? Motsand. Why are you a character? I guess everything's a character, but you know. And yet the broom still wasn't a character. It had more of a face than half the enemies. No, you know, I guess, like, the first time through, it was all, like, the big characters. Now it's all the minor characters and enemies and stuff. It's a vampire bat, so its name is Nibbly. No, I'll give that. That's clever. See, it's even... Boombox is even in his name, the name of the regular things. But he doesn't explode when you hit him. He doesn't say TNT on the side. He's just a box. No wonder I've been fighting him wrong so much. Flotsam? Do we have Jetsam somewhere? Dun, 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 dun. Snare Bear? Like, is this supposed to rhyme with Care Bear, but, you know, snares you? Yep, and they called that one Big Clucker. Sometimes they just had fun getting away with shit like that, didn't they? Grumblin' Hood, okay, I can appreciate that pun. It's not really a pun, I guess, but close enough. Cheeto! He'll either give you cheat codes or orange dust. Mumbo, will you get out of the tree already? Show me the pictures of the stuff I already got. Was that a porn joke? I've got secret pictures, nice one, what's on them? Like, I don't know. You hear that? We're gonna be in another game. Oh yeah, you only have to get 100 jiggies. You don't actually have to get all the notes for it. Like, the notes, you only have to get, like, the 880-something extra things I missed. Are you so sure about that? Is it any good? Anyway. They don't work without frame buffer. I forgot. Those are some great pictures you get there, Mumbo. Maybe you should wait for them to develop. Like, good job. Like, awesome. This is so exciting. Like, isn't this so exciting? I think it's exciting, you know. If he shakes the Polaroid enough, it will develop faster. We just have to hope that he keeps, like, shaking it. That'll do it, right? I think so. This is, like... I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready to fill this kind of time. Thanks. Thanks, Mumbo. You're so helpful. Thank you, Emulator. You're also helpful. Oh, cool. Now we can move on. His hand stays in the frame. His hand would have been off the screen normal. Actually, wow, I didn't even notice. In the bottom right... Oh, you can't see because I'm in the way. Damn. In the bottom right, he is, like... His arm is... You can see the end of the polygon, so that he's just kind of floating there. It's only, like, slightly in the shot, but... Those little things that they didn't account for when they didn't know that in the future somebody might actually make their game widescreen and render the secrets hidden off the edge just a little bit. Hey, it turned blue. Oh, Mumbo, your photo blue screen. You should work on that. I wonder why it turned blue. That's weird. Whoa! What happened to the whole screen there? Okay, then. Find out in Banjo Tooie. If only. Still, I wonder why they didn't just develop it with, like, memory card support instead. Like, I mean, it would have been really cool just banking on that flaw in the original tech, but that's, like, I don't know. Basing your feature around an exploit seems kind of silly. Either way. Keep at it, Klungo. I'm sure by the next game you'll not have moved that rock at all. But you did good. You tried. You tried, Klungo. Alright, so I don't plan to do Banjo Tooie right away. I'm gonna have to look into, I'm gonna have to do some research, see what I can get emulated right and what I can't. The big, obvious, glaring flaw is that if I don't have frame buffer for Banjo Tooie, it means that all of the puzzles for the level introductions, which use like the same mechanic as the Bottles minigames I didn't do, or like these puzzle transitions here, anything that does that won't work. But if that's just the level opening puzzles, like, I guess technically that's not enough reason not to play it on stream. I'll have to look into it and figure it out a little more. I feel like there's more than just that doesn't function in 2E. But who knows? I mean, if the rest of it's okay, maybe I'll continue to make it like my off game, the game I play when I'm looking for a break from whatever game is kicking my ass. But we'll see. As for now, I'm gonna switch over and play some Super Metroid. So I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes with Super Metroid. Thanks for watching, and again, maybe some Banjo Tooie in the future. We'll see. All right, be right back.